Hello, everyone, and welcome to Krunch. As we all know, bodybuilding is one of the most grueling and demanding sports you can take on. What makes it so hard is not the 2 3 hours of intense training, but the massive amount of time you have to spend on all your other aspects, such as nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and drug protocols. Today, we have with us Michael Wittig, who has not only mastered this sport and won competitions after competitions, but has also emerged a champion in overcoming a deadly disease like cancer. Here are a few of Michael's achievements. Michael Wittig is a 46-year-old father of four and a natural pro athlete. He is also an internationally recognized ISSA certified trainer and a certified nutritionist. IPE and PNBA Natural Pro Men's Physique 8X champion, including Master World Champion and Natural Olympia Champion. Published fitness model appearing in more than 30 magazines since 2019 and 4X cover model, soon to be 6X. He is also Grammy nominated musician with the rock band called Pillar and an actor as well. Michael, welcome to Crunch.
Thank you for having me. It's great to talk to you today.
Okay. Michael, tell us about your recent achievement, how you feel after winning 8X Pro Championship.
I just got home from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Sin City or whatever they call it, and competed at the PNBA Pro Team USA. It's a big competition. People from all over came to it. Competed against some awesome men, had some great physiques, and we came out a winner. It was awesome. Had a great time. Had to work for it though. You always have to work for it. But that made the eighth pro title. And then afterwards, I had some pizza and donuts.
Congratulations from us.
Thank you.
Uh, Michael, you have built your life in competing and winning pro competitions. How do you see bodybuilding as a sport?
Well, for me, fitness just is a lifestyle. I don't actually train for competitions or diet just for competitions. When I'm preparing for a contest, it's no different than when I'm not. I'm always trying to eat healthy. I enjoy exercising. I don't know if we told everybody. Yeah, we did say I'm 46 years old. Normally people don't believe that, but taking care of your body and eating right and doing some movement, you don't need to work out as much as I do, but doing something, it will keep your body working better and you'll look younger, you'll feel better. So for me, it's just about a lifestyle, making a good example to my children, and I have four of them, so a lot. And then one day I just thought it would be cool to compete. I was interested. Wonder what that would be like. So I prepared for my first competition and I just enjoyed it. So it's something I enjoy and it's turned into a part of my career. I've been competing since 2016. I got my pro card when I just turned 40 in 2017. So I've been a pro for a number of years now, and it's something I enjoy doing, and I'll keep doing it until I don't enjoy it, if that ever even happens.
You're a cancer survivor to a rock star to a Grammy nominee. You're one multi-talented and one tough nut to crack, I'm sure. How do you stay mentally so focused in bodybuilding? Bodybuilding, as we all know, is one of the toughest sport, like I mentioned earlier. What makes you be on track all the time?
I definitely do a lot of things in life. For me, it's about doing the things I enjoy, things I'm interested in, and I enjoy, and I pursue those things pretty relentlessly. I was just born that way. When I was young, I would get fixated on things and I was all in. It could have been a toy, it could have been a sport, Nintendo video games. I was just very focused. And I found fitness when I was young. I was 15 years old and I was very, very skinny. I'm still a thinner guy. I'm 6'2", just kind of a thinner build, but I was very, very skinny in junior high. I'm so skinny that I didn't want to be in the dressing room. I didn't want to take my shirt off to go swimming with friends. So I thought I should start lifting weights. And my father bought me a little bench. He bought me Arnold Schwarzenegger's encyclopedia, which I still have. And I read the book and I worked out in my room and just enjoyed fitness. Put on a little muscle, felt normal, felt great. And it's just been a part of my life since then. I've had periods where I didn't work out because of life. It's been off and on. But I just enjoyed it. And then I applied that my gift of just focus and willpower to that sport. It's not hard for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy working out for hours. I enjoy eating healthy. And it's really about consistency. To answer your question, it's about consistency. It's not about motivation. It's not about being inspired. While that's great, it's cool to feel motivated one day, it's not always there. You're not always motivated. Even though I love fitness, there's days that I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh, I got to go work out. The thing is, I do it anyways. And that's the difference between somebody dabbling or somebody who really wants success, is you do it especially when you don't want to.
And what are some of the principles you live by that have helped you be a successful in music, writing, acting, training, and competing?
They're the same principles for all those areas that you just mentioned. One of them is just being nice to people, being kind, being easy to work with, regardless where you are, regardless what kind of day you're having. If you're having a bad day, that's not somebody else's fault. So always be nice, be pleasant, be helpful. That's one of my big principles. Number two is work hard. Someone gives you a job, do more than they expect. Deliver more. If they say, I just want you to do this and this, I'll do double. That's always helped me. And then another thing would be what we kind of talked about before, is consistency. Doing what needs to be done, regardless how you feel. Plan ahead. I'm a big planner. Do today what's going to help you tomorrow. For me, that may be big things, but it could be the smallest thing. Like, I set my meal bag out for tomorrow tonight before I go to bed. It's evening here. I know it's your morning, but I'll be going to bed here in a couple hours. And before I go to bed, I'll get my protein powders for the gym, my gym bag packed, maybe even some vitamins and breakfast things set out. I do little things that help me make the next day easier, help me not forget, helps me stay on track. A lot of those principles have just helped me be successful in music, acting, fitness, modeling, and everything else that I pursue.
So good to know this. I'm learning a few things from you, Michael. How did you go from a certified personal trainer and a natural physique competitor to an actor?
It actually went hand in hand. It was a natural transition. When I started getting fit, I started getting sponsors. Okay, and the sponsors wanted photographs of me. They wanted me to model things. So I got good behind the camera, and I would get hired to do modeling ads. I'd get hired for some commercials, just a little bit here and there, not a lot, but enough where I got experience doing it. And then also, you mentioned I was in a rock band. For the first part of my adult life, before I pursued a career in fitness, I was in a pretty successful rock band called Pillar. We played internationally, nominated for a Grammy. We sold about 1 million records. So we did a lot of interviews, a lot of TV, a lot of music videos. So I've been behind a camera or involved in media for a long time. And then when I did fitness, I was doing photographs and doing some commercials about fitness related stuff. And it naturally transitioned into more. I was actually in the gym one day, and one of my trainers came in late and he said, Michael, I'm sorry for being late. I just got done shooting a commercial. I said, oh yeah, what do you do? He's, well, I'm an actor. And I said, well, who's your agent? And I'd already done some magazine work and stuff. I didn't have an agent. I didn't really pursue acting at that point. And he said, oh, here's my agent, and here's who she is. And he introduced me, and she had heard of me. She had heard of my band and kind of already knew about me. So I didn't really have to audition or send a resume in. She just started representing me in acting right away. And this was just a couple years ago, and she had me jobs immediately. I've been busy in acting every month with commercials, television, film work. Just worked on something with Stallone earlier last year, something with Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro. So I've been busy with acting. And so I actually had to slow it down to do these competitions I'm doing now, because I have another one in 9 days from when we're recording this interview. I have another competition going for my 9th title, and I've actually been having to turn down some auditions and some opportunities so I can focus on what I have to do on the competition stage.
So, Michael, tell us about what you went through when you were detected with cancer, and how did you overcome it?
So I was officially diagnosed with invasive melanoma, which is the worst kind of skin cancer. It's a killer, in early 2020. I had a mole here on my chest, on my inner chest, and it wasn't too big. It was perfectly round. It was one color. It wasn't raised, so it wasn't the typical cancerous mole. But I had concern about it for a while, and I went to my doctor, and my doctor said, "Oh, it doesn't look bad. It's fine. Don't worry about it." Well, I worried about it, and 6 months later, it looked like it gotten bigger, and I went back. I said, "We need to look at this mole." She said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine." And finally, my wife said, "Let's go to another doctor, and don't tell him to look at it. Tell him to take it off. Tell him to biopsy it and cut it off." Now, the reason I believe I had that mole is I had a swimming pool. I was raised in Southern California. I went to the beach all the time. I was swimming in our pool in our backyard. Then when I started doing competitions, I was always suntanning, working out outside without my shirt on. Didn't even think about it. But I think the sun exposure, and especially tanning in beds indoors, contributed to it getting bigger. And I went to the new doctor. He cut it off. He called me the next day and said, "Michael, this came back bad. This came back invasive melanoma. I have you scheduled to see a specialist in a day or two." So they were moving quick. They were concerned. It wasn't like, "Oh, let's get you in next week." They're like, "No, we want you in tomorrow." Within a week, I was having surgery, and they cut it out. I have about a 2.5 inch scar here on my chest, right there. You know, I'm a model. I'm an actor, and I got this big giant scar here, and I have another one on my calf, about 1.5 inches. And the deal was, in 2020, I had plans to compete. Now, you have a surgery with a scar this big right on your chest. You can't bench press. You can't do pull-ups. There's a lot of stuff you can't do. But I wanted to do those competitions. So I'm a trainer. I'm a master trainer. I let it heal for a little bit, but then I found out ways to train. I would hold that incision. I would hold the stitches with my hand and just do what I could, partial movements. I don't recommend anybody else doing this. I have the experience. I knew what to do. I kept it safe. And I ended up winning 4 pro titles that year, later that year, the same year of my surgeries. So the biggest thing I want people to know with this, that I'm a big advocate about this, and I'm very outspoken about this, is if you have a mole or anything on your skin you're concerned about, go see a dermatologist, see a skin doctor. If you're really worried, and the doctor, get a second opinion, but don't hold off on it. It could be a simple mole that this looked like a normal mole, but it was deadly. If I would have waited, it might have killed me. So get your moles checked if you're worried about them. Number 2 is don't tan in beds. It raises the increase of the skin cancer by like 30%, is what my dermatologist told me. Don't lay out in the sun all the time just for looks. You can go get a spray tan. Get the lotion. I use lotions now for modeling, for TV, high-level stuff. It looks great. It's cheap and it's safe. So just be safe and watch your skin.
Any message you would like to give the people in India that are watching you?
First of all, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for reading and listening to Krunch. So we appreciate you. I would say one thing I want to share is just, if you have a dream, if there's something that you're thinking about you want to do, is go for it. One thing I've always tried to do is aim for the stars. You hear about that, aiming for the stars, dreaming the big dream. The thing is, though, if you never try to reach for the stars, you're never going to get one. I reach all the time. I miss a lot of them, but I only need to catch one to change my life. So go for the big dreams. Go for the big moves. Don't let fear of failure hold you back from what you were meant to do, because you're meant to do great things.
Thank you,
sir.
and
You have a good day.
Michael, it's an honor knowing you, and I'm delighted to work with
I'm excited.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon, man.
See you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, Alok.